Hey everybody, this is Mad Matt Carter. Thank you so much for watching the AIWF Network YouTube channel as well as the AIWF Ringside Wrestling channel. If you like what you see, please do us a big favor. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications every time we post new videos on both our channels. It means a lot to us, and thanks a lot for watching once again.
Buddy Flowers had me introduce him returning from an agricultural retreat in Amsterdam last night. So we know where he's been. And there's another guy, man, our cruiserweight champion, who just, I don't know if he's bulked up during the off season, but he certainly has not lost a step and maybe even picked up a step or two or a step and a half in the speed department. I thought, Brian, I don't know what your eyes told you, but that's what I thought.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he had a match with Corey Etzel, a huge weight difference in that matchup, but he went toe to toe with Corey. He was doing the exact thing that a smaller guy needs to do against a bigger guy. Use your quickness and your agility, strike and move, hit them, they get away. And that's exactly what he was doing. And so he gave Corey a run for his money. And again, don't want to give too much what happened at the end, but as far as Corey claiming to be the champion, Corey knows he's not the champion. He is playing mind games with Justin Flash, and they're working. I mean, Justin Flash was, you could tell last night. I mean, from the time he walked out from the entrance, just the look on his face. It's just not the same Justin Flash, which may end up backfiring on Corey. Mm-hmm. He's gotten in his head, but he may have lit a fire under him that is going to actually help him in their matchup at Spring Jam.
The only thing about this is the repercussions that Justin Flash is going to feel from this may ripple not just through with Corey and his people, but other people in the locker room. I mean, and like I said, you need to watch the show to find out what that means and where those and what's actually going to happen to Justin Flash in that locker room now. So
it's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Justin Flash reminds me of a mid-90s Before the Crow Sting a lot in his manner and personality. It's like you can push him so far and you can beat him every now and then, but once you drive him to that point that he snaps, then you can't stop him. He's like a freight train.
Right.
I mean, there's no stopping him. He's just going to run through everybody. So we'll see. I think Justin's kind of getting to that point. He's more than a little aggravated with Corey if you talk to him. So, Rick, these are your thoughts.
Well, I think Justin, again, Justin Flash and Corey Etzel has had years of feud with each other. I mean, it's just something that's went on for a long time. They're way too compatible in that ring not to clash.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin, well, he's got a month now to prepare for this, because it's the 20th, so basically just a tad over a month to prepare for this. But I don't know how Corey Etzel going. Like you said last night, Corey Etzel did show that he could climb a ladder, but climbing a ladder out on the floor or climbing a ladder in a wrestling ring is a big difference. So that ring bouncing around,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Corey, I don't know. Justin have an advantage, but you also got to think about Mecha Mercenary.
Yeah, that guy's. I've never seen. The first time I've seen him in person, he's like a walking fucking tree. He's massive.
Yeah, and that's Corey's protege. That's he trained him. So not only is he big, but he has the wrestling knowledge of Corey Etzel too. teaching a big man how to fight like a big man, I mean, then that's the guy to do it.
And oh, if he's outside the ring and Corey can get Flash outside the ring, keep the referee distracted, there's so much damage that Mecca could do to Justin and not, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
In just a split second.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. First match of Spring Jam that has been announced. Ladder match.
I'm excited, man. Looking forward to April. Another guy that I got my first look at in person last night and was very happy to see was on the card and got to meet the guy is a guy who simply destroyed Kevin Phoenix back at Fright Night, Savage Kincaid. This dude is an out-and-out monster. I didn't ask him to his face because it was the first time I met him. You don't want to ask the guy personal questions right away, and he's kind of wild, right? So
yeah, he might eat you.
He might, and that's what made me think that he was kin or the son of Ooga Booga. But I was told last night that is not the case. But he reminded me a lot of Ooga Booga. You remember? And that guy would chew your freaking fingers off. And,
remember the Nigerian Nightmares.
Oh,
I
no,
keep
I don't
trying
remember.
to forget. I keep trying to forget.
I don't remember the Nigerian Nightmares. Maybe it's like a mental block. Why? Were they bad?
No, they were. Oh Lord, they were what? Steve, 354 a piece in weight.
The small one was 4.
Yeah,
the big one I would say like 550, 560, and could move.
Were they those guys that were in all those videotapes from Japan where they looked like they were twins that would do all that hardcore shit back in the 90s?
You're thinking of the Headhunters.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
these are the guys.
Same concept.
Yeah, they was on a show in Elkin one time and almost killed a dude in the ring and
Wow.
They almost killed me and Big Daddy Edwards, and then they tried to kill Michael.
Yes.
Wow. Big Daddy Edwards was.
That's somebody
it's in
I
his
have.
name. He was big. He was a big boy. So if you almost kill him, you've done something. And Stephen Hayes, you're no small man either. Michael,
Yeah.
them boys made me look like Brian. Okay, let's put it that way.
Wow. But Savage Kincaid went in the ring last night, and you're going to see this on an upcoming episode of Mid Atlantic in a handicap match. He wrestled 2 men. Tyler Osborne and a guy named OK. Now, I first laid eyes on these gentlemen at the skating rink up in Bluefield for Premier Wrestling League. And they are very popular up there, especially OK.
Mm-hmm.
OK gets pops like Sam Houston did in 85, and that's who he reminds me of because he can take a beating. I mean, this kid, every time I see him, he gets bounced around the ring like a rubber ball and keeps getting up. But last night, Savage Kincaid I don't know about you, Brian, but I don't want to say he made it look easy, but he made short work of him. I mean,
he did. I was actually surprised at how much of a fight those 2 kids put up. I mean, they got a few shots in on him, and I was impressed by that. But it was a handicap match in that they were the ones handicapped.
And I'm going to say both of them. I would say those two guys together probably weighed a fourth of what Savage Kincaid weighs. So
that's why I think the Sam Houston thing is important. If you hadn't seen these guys, they are skinny. So that's
they're lightweight guys. They're used to competing against smaller guys like themselves. And again, like I said, they did the strike and move thing, got a couple of good shots in, but in the end, it was just, he was just too big and too strong for the both of them.
Rick Diesel, you had the monitor in the back. Did you get to see any of that?
I did watch some of it. Yeah, like I said, we was doing the whole new control center thing back in the back, and everybody can see the new format when the episode comes out. Hopefully soon. Post editing and everything. But I did get to watch some of it. Matter of fact, it was actually over before I got to see much of it at all. But
yeah, it didn't last long.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, Savage Kincaid he's one of these anomalies that comes through every once in a while. You know, you've had your Abdullah the Butcher, your Kamalas, your Ooga Boogas, your Nigerian Nightmares, you know what I'm saying? Tijo Khan, guys like that just, that, you know, he falls into that category. And I didn't know if when he first came back before, you know, the end of season 31, I didn't know if he'd be back, but he was here. And so he may be here to stay, and which means he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. But I've done some research on him, and there's one thing different about the Mid Atlantic that I see in other organizations that he wrestles in. This is one of the few organizations that he don't have anybody that we know of at ringside controlling him.
Oh, wow.
Because he has handlers in other organizations. Why he don't have one here, I don't know. But
that's just how crazy the AIWF.
It could be. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We let them go as hard and violent as they can.